Right, so let me read it again. Then he heard the voice of one speaking unto him from off the mercy seat, which is symbolically also the Lord Yahawashi. He is the one of atonement, the place of atonement now, in nowadays, 2024. That was upon the Ark of the Testimony, which is the Ark of the Covenant, which is also the Ark of Witness. From between the two cherubims, and he spake unto him. So, this is how the Lord used to speak unto the high priest, and also used to speak unto Moses in those days. Going back to over here, and I'll get to that concerning the high priest and stuff like that, all that there. So yeah, so if you have bear with me a little bit, because I'm jumping guns and stuff like that. I'm jumping fences. Like, hey, I'm supposed to do it all in order, but sorry about that. And stood at the door of the tabernacle, and the Lord talked with Moses. So now the cloudy pillar. So if you look up the word cloudy pillar, which is Exodus chapter 33 verse 10, it says here cloudy, which is Hebrew 60:50. Hebrew 60:51, if I'm right? 51. It says here cloud, cloudy, cloud mass of theopanthic cloud. Now this is the word that I'm looking for, because if you look that word up here, it says theopanthy.
Theophany.
Okay, whatever. Theophany. I say theopanthy because, you know, it's Dutch. Well, if I was to speak Dutch, I would say that theopanthy. So theopanthy. Theophany. Anyway, so going on, it says theos means God and panthi means to show. So what is it? A visible manifestation of to humankind of, in this case, the Heavenly Father, his chariot. Pillar of, okay, so I also had pillar of light, right? Pillar of smoke, sorry. For example, this is a pillar of smoke, right? Okay, so enough of this. Right, that's a pillar of smoke. But I saw the chariot, sorry. Here you can see the chariot itself gives off smoke. And if I'm correct, I had a video of that. No, that's another video. Wait. Right, so I'm gonna hit it up a little bit. Look at the cloud here. It's reshaping itself.
It's a fucking cloud with lights in it.
He said it's a fucking cloud with lights in it. This is from 2015, Hector Garcia.
Moving weird. I've never seen no shit like that.
I never seen some shit like that, moving weird. I can't see the lights, but he says it has lights in it, but I can't see it because the footage is horrible.
Sparkly lights in it.
A cloud with sparkly lights in it.
I've never seen no shit like that.
I never seen no shit like that.
Moving weird.
Moving weird. Right, that's a chariot.
Now you see them sparkling lights in it.
Now you see him sparkling lights in it. I can't see that.
Never seen no shit like this in my life.
Never seen no shit like this in my life. He's calm as hell. He has no idea what he just filmed. No idea whatsoever. He filmed this. This is what he filmed. What Esau used to film in the middle of the... I don't even know where this is, man. It's somewhere in the ocean. Okay? Far away from land. So when he filmed... What is this smoke doing? You would think like they shot it down or something and then it starts smoking. And no, it was in the water. And it was straight up. Like the movie Arrivals. When you see that here. It was straight up like this. So that's crazy. When I saw this picture, this movie for the first time, when I saw it, I immediately also made a video about it. But that's in 2016. I made it then. But yeah, I saw this movie, and I saw a lot of subliminal messages in this movie. You know, like this thing here, the snake biting his own tail. It's all some devil stuff. This here, but Esau put stuff in there, and I saw a scene also. I think I have it here. Let me see something here. This is the scene in the movie, and then they of course put the smoke there. So I was laughing at that. I'm like, this devil, he put it on purpose. Whether these be real smokes or CGI, I don't know. But this is true. This is possible because I have seen other pictures like this and stuff like that. So this is a natural phenomenon that the Heavenly Father created upon the planet Earth. He did that. So this is possible. So I don't know if he just took this shot and then CGI'd this in here, or he CGI'd also the smoke in here. I don't know about that. And here you can see it giving off smoke and all that there. Here it burst out the water, but here it burst out the water again. Here it does stay there. So, and here you have smoke covering it. And I think this is another one because it's kind of shaped a little bit different. It look, yeah, it's just shaped different. This is another one. This is the one that you see in the movie. I'm not kidding you. Well, that's what I see. I see this. Let me see. Let me talk about me. That's what I see. That the dish is weird shape, especially if you're doing it from this angle. That's what I see here. But then turned around on this side. See here, it just still. It doesn't move. Nothing. No smoke. Nothing. Here it bursts out the water, and here that's all this smoke and stuff like that. Anyway, going on. Right. So going back to the Strongs. So it says here, theophanic cloud. Theophanic. So okay. And then I also clicked on the other word, which is cloudy pillar, stand at the tabernacle door. So the cloudy pillar was standing at the tabernacle door when Moses went inside, and then the cloudy pillar came to stand at the tabernacle of the door. So I clicked on the word pillar, which is Hebrew 5982. Hebrew 5982. Which is pillar, column of smoke. So then I clicked in column of smoke, of course, and then I got that picture that I just showed you over there. Well, that video actually. I got a video of it. Here, you see this? This one actually, or this one is good too. The pillar of smoke here. And then what can you get in your mind? I already showed you, but I'm gonna show you again. Here, the pillar of smoke. Whether it came here by the door or here, because at other times it would come here, and maybe in this case, because it did say the door, so it would be then therefore here, right? And then at other times, of course, it would be here, because that's self-explanatory, especially in the book of Leviticus chapter 16. So I'll show you that also. Then the smoke would ascend here, because if the smoke was not here, then if you look to the mercy seat, you would die. So the smoke had to come before the high priest was be able to look. But with Moses, the Most High did different things. You know, he talked to him as a friend and all that type of stuff. So he probably didn't do that, but he did do it with Aaron. Man, he did do it with Aaron. He did tell him, like Leviticus 16:2, and Yahweh said unto Moses, speak unto thy brother, speak unto Aaron thy brother, that he come not at all times into the holy place, which is past the second veil. Hebrew chapter 9 explains that. I'll get to that all, sorry. Into the holy place within the veil. That's the second veil. Before the mercy seat. This is the first veil, and this is the second veil. The two purple things, curtains. That he come not at all times into the holy place within the veil, before the mercy seat, which is symbolically Yahawashi, but also the place of what was it again? what's that word again? The place of atonement, man. The place of atonement, which is upon the ark, which is the lid that is upon the ark of the covenant, right? So that's why if you look into the ark of the covenant, you're going to die. That he die not. So let me read it again. And Yahweh said unto Moses, speak unto Aaron thy brother, that he come not at all times into the holy place within the veil, the holiest of holy, within the veil, before the mercy seat, before the ark of the covenant, where the mercy seat is upon, which is the lid. Wait, let me show you. This is the lid of the this thing here. This is the lid. This is the mercy seat, and here between is where the Heavenly Father would talk to them. And then they had to burn the incense so that the smoke would cover the mercy, the here, like this, here, right, going on. So it says, the veil before the mercy seat, which is upon the ark, that he die not. For I will appear in the cloud above the mercy seat. So he would be in a cloud above the mercy seat, from in between the cherubims. Because if you go down, it's going to say that he will be there in the midst, and he will make an atonement for the holy place. So there is where you make an atonement, and that goes also to the Day of Atonement. But now we have an atonement for every day, basically, which is Yahawashi. But yeah, so going back to over here. Okay, so now it says here, Exodus chapter 33, verse 10. And all the people saw that the cloudy pillar, So wait, and all the people saw the cloudy pillar stand at the tabernacle door. It stood there, just like how you have that picture standing here. It just stood there with the clouds surrounding it here, right? And the people rose up and worshipped, every man in his tent door. And Yahweh spake unto Moses face to face, as a man speaketh unto his friend. So here's the second person that was testified in the scriptures, written, that basically Moses was treated as a friend. But Abraham was called a friend of Yahweh. He was literally called that. Isaiah 41:8, but thou, Israel, art my servant, Jacob, whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham, my friend. That's what the Lord told Isaiah, that Abraham is his friend. And then the prophets are also indirectly indicated as his friends also, and also basically wise men. But let me get that here. Let me see. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 24. For wisdom is more moving than any motion. She passeth and goeth through all things by reason of her pureness. For she is the breath of the power of the Heavenly Father, and a pure influence flowing from the glory of the Almighty. Therefore can no defiled thing fall into her. Here it comes. Verse 27. And being but one, so there goes your Trinity nonsense, because wisdom is but one. She can do all things, and wisdom is created by the Heavenly Father. That's in the book of Sirach chapter 1, if I'm correct, or Wisdom of Solomon chapter 1, one of those. I think Sirach chapter 1. Let me see something. All wisdom cometh from the Lord. Yeah, and is with him forever. Yeah, right. That's right. So she can do all things, and remaining in herself. Right? She maketh all things new. That's why you're born again as a babe. And in all ages entering into holy souls. She maketh them friends of the Heavenly Father, and she maketh them prophets. So wisdom can make you a prophet, and it can make you a friend of the Lord. He that please the Heavenly Father, he shall keep his enemies. Proverbs 16:7. When a man's way please the Heavenly Father, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. Right. So that's what the Lord can do to you. And also when you are a wife of the Lord and you are a humble wife, you are a serving wife, the Lord will protect you. I mean, if your wife dresses like a prostitute, right? And then a man, if you're a real man, you're not gonna like it. And then a man comes and flirts with your wife and stuff like that. And when something happens, like he beats her up or something like that, whatever, because she wanted to flirt, but she didn't want to throw up the puss. She was flashing them gang signs, but then she didn't want to be in a gang. You're gonna get beat up, and then you're not gonna want to help her because you're gonna be like, you got what you deserve, But if she's a humble woman, has her head covered, has long clothing on, like as if she's an Islam woman, I forgot the word, but modest. I should have typed in modest actually. She's all dressed modest and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? She does this daily, not just for eyes' sake. She does these type of things daily. She's a Jacob woman, whatever, stuff like that. And then some dude trying to harass her. That's about the time that you finna go to jail for that then. You know what I'm saying? If it has to come to that part. Because you're gonna protect your wife, man. And the Heavenly Father ain't going to jail. So he's gonna protect his beloved symbolic wife. Yeah? So you're also married unto the Lord. And now we are being espoused unto Yahawashi. So my point is that it can make you friends. Wisdom can make you friends. But it's documented only that I can know, that I found. I haven't read all the Bible. I'm telling you right now. So I didn't scour. A lot of people be like, I already read the Bible. I read the whole Bible. I've read the Bible 5 times. Stuff like that. I'm looking at you like, man, you better than me. Now, I'm not exaggerating. I'm actually literally, oh, you did that? I didn't do that. I didn't do that. Anyway, going back over here. And Yahweh spake unto Exodus 33 and 11. And Yahweh spake unto Moses face to face, as a man speaketh unto his friend. And he turned again into the camp. But his servant Joshua, the son of Nun, a young man, departed not out of the tabernacle. Because he was like, I'm not going out there. But yeah, so he's talking about my presence shall be with you and stuff like that. And from where? Let me see. So he didn't show him his face, but he said here, I will talk to you face to face. That's not how he was actually talking to him. Because if you do that, you die. So he talked to him through the angel. That's in the bush. And also here, he could talk to him through the pillar, like the cloud. And also, he can talk to him also through here, which is, let me see something, which is Leviticus chapter 16, verse 13. And he shall put the incense upon the fire before the Lord when he goes into the second veil, that the cloud of the incense may cover the mercy seat that is upon the testimony, that he die not. And he shall take of the blood of the bullock, and sprinkle it with the finger upon the mercy seat eastward. And by the way, this is the reason that, Yahawashi is symbolically now the mercy seat. And this is the reason why we worship Yahawashi now. Because back in the days, we used to physically go and bow before the Ark of the Covenant and stuff like that. But now we do that before Yahawashi, because he is the Ark of the Covenant symbolically in the flesh. The blood of his was sprinkled and stuff like that. And you had the bread, the manna bread within the Ark of the Covenant. He's that. And also the almond stick, the thing of Aaron, that represents haste, that is going to be fast. That's also explained in the book of Numbers chapter 17, and also re-mentioned in the book of Jeremiah chapter 1. Right. So, and you can read Numbers 18 also, but going on. And before the mercy seat shall he sprinkle of the blood with his finger 7 times. Then shall he kill the goat of the sin offering, that is for the people, and bring his blood within the veil. That's why it says in the book of Hebrews chapter 9 that the the high priest, is not allowed with Hebrews chapter 9 verse 7. But in the second veil went the high priest alone, once every year, not without blood, which he offered for himself and for the errors of the people. So he was not allowed to come without blood, or else in the book of Leviticus chapter 16 verse 1 and 2 it says, I will kill you. And plus here it also says that you need to have smoke covering the mercy seat, because if you look in there, you're gonna die. So where did I put it? Here. You're gonna die if you don't put the smoke, if you don't burn the incense. So going back to over here, verse 15, then shall he kill the goat of the sin offering that is for the people, and bring his blood within the veil, and do with that blood as he did with the blood of the bullock, which is mentioned here, and sprinkle it upon the mercy seat and before the mercy seat. And that blood has been sprinkled by the whiplashing that the Lord Yahawashi took for the nation of Israel. Isaiah chapter 53 shows you that, right? Verse 16, and he shall make an atonement for the holy place. So back in the days, we made the atonement for the holy place, and of course for the nation of Israel. But nowadays, Yahawashi does that. So all these rituals and stuff like that, for example, these ceremonies, because rituals might spark some demonic stuff in your head. I'll just say ceremonies. It's the same thing, by the way. So yeah. The rainbow, is the rainbow a gay thing? Is the gay thing? Is it the gay thing? It's not. It has nothing to do with that. But they put it out there, and now it's associated and linked to something evil. Same thing with rituals and ceremonies. Ceremonies might not sound evil because they do ceremonies in places and stuff like that, and then you hear of satanic rituals and blood sacrifice. Okay, now you're going to start thinking like rituals is some devil stuff. It's not actually. Same thing like the rainbow. It's not a devil shit, but you wouldn't catch me walking around with a rainbow t-shirt or something like that. And so before the mercy seat, and he shall make an atonement for the holy place because of the uncleanness of the children of Israel, and because of their transgression in all their sins. And so shall he do for the tabernacle of the congregation that remaineth among them in the midst of their uncleanness. This is talking about the tent, but within the tent you had the Ark of the Covenant. So now I'm going to jump over a few things here. So now going back to over here, it shows you the differentiation. I don't even know how you pronounce that word, but basically it shows you the difference between the arks. The ark name, sorry, not the arks. It's one ark, but it has different names. So here in 1 Samuel 3:3, it was called the Ark of God. Here it was called the Tabernacle. Well, actually it was called the Tabernacle of Testimony. The tent and the ark was in it, so Tabernacle of Testimony. Here also testimony. Here also the Ark of Testimony. Here it's called the Ark of Testimony again. Numbers chapter 4 verse 5. Joshua chapter 3 verse 6. It's called the Ark of the Covenant. So Joshua 3 and 6. And Joshua spake unto the priests, saying, take up the Ark of the Covenant and pass over before them. This is also mentioned in the book of Acts chapter 7 verse 45. When you see that word Jesus, it's Joshua, actually. That shows you that Joshua, his name is changed into Jesus when you translate it from the Greek to the English, right? Well, the Apocrypha speaks about Jesus, the son of Sarah. Yeah, I was gonna show you instead of talking. Here, the prologue of wisdom of the prologue of the wisdom of Jesus, the son of Sarah. It's actually Joshua, and then therefore it's Yahawashi, because only Yahawashi has the name greater than all the angels in existence, and that is his name, right? So going back to over here, Yahawashi is his name. The Heavenly Father, his son, He has a name greater than every other angel. So this is not Jesus. This is Joshua. And then if it's Joshua, then it's Yahawashi, which means Yahweh is the salvation, or Yahweh is the deliverer. But Yahawashi means he is salvation, or he is the deliverer. He the deliverer, right? No other angel has a greater name than Yahawashi. So take up the Ark of the Covenant and pass over the people. And they pardon. And they took up the Ark of the Covenant and went pardon. Okay, went before the people. So, Numbers chapter 17, verse 7. And Moses laid up the rod before Yahweh in the tabernacle of witness. So here it's called the tabernacle of witness. But, sorry. Woo. Right, so it says here, and Moses laid up the rods before Yahweh in the tabernacle of witness. The tabernacle of witness is talking about the Ark of the Covenant. It's the same thing. Here, witness goes into evidence, testimony. And testimony is then therefore also witness. Covenant is an agreement that we have with the Heavenly Father, a contract. I'm still looking for a word, but I think I maybe have something confused. Anyway, going on. So it's also called the Tabernacle of Witness. It's also called the Ark of Witness, and also the Ark of Testimony. 1 Kings chapter 8 verse 4. And they brought up the Ark of Yahweh, and they also then therefore brought and the tabernacle of the congregation and the tent and all the holy vessels that were in the tabernacle. So here you can clearly see the differentiation between, what's really going down. They really explain it real good. You had these vessels in the ark, in the tabernacle, in the tent, and then you had also the ark that was going to be in the tent, the holiest of holy. Here you had the holy place, the first veil unto the second veil, and then after the second veil you had the holiest of holy here, where the Ark of the Covenant was. And of course in the holy place you had the vessels, the holy vessels. Even those did the priests and the Levites bring up. If you read Numbers chapter 3, you will see what their jobs were, the jobs of the Levites. 2 Chronicles chapter 5 verse 5 is basically repeating the same thing here. So yeah, Exodus 33 is what I'm reading right now, which I was reading actually. Exodus 40 and 34. Then a cloud covered the tent of the tabernacle. Also it's called the tent of the tabernacle. The tent of the congregation. And the glory of Yahweh filled the tabernacle. So in the midst of the glory of Yahweh filled the tabernacle. You had his smoke, his cloud, like the cloud that you can see, the smoke. And then you have the cloud of the cloudy, the cloudy one, which is this. This is the cloud mass, the pillar that came to talk with Moses. Okay. Now that I talked about all that, now I'm going to show a few other things also concerning that. So now, wait, before I go on. So now I'm gonna go to, already covered that, column of smoke. This is a column of smoke. That's the pillar of smoke. That's the same thing that you can see here. It's funny that it is like that. Theophany, I don't know, I forgot what he says. Theophany or something like that.
Theophany.
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 Okay, cool. I'm still gonna say theophany. I know, because I will forget it, but I'll try. Theophany. Okay, funny. Okay, so now I will go here to speak about that thing that I just read about, which, oh no, wait.